Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining me. Please consider subscribing and hitting the alert for all future videos. Today what I'm going to be doing is a September week 3 check-in on my budget. I will tell you it's been going well in some parts. Some parts not quite as much, but we're gonna go through my transactions for the week, see where we are on the budget. This is a 5-week month is how I budget for September because of the way the paydays fall. So there will be a week 4 and a week 5 check-in or a total check-in. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you have not joined us before, this is what I put my transactions in. And then I go through and put them into my book, and then we'll talk about what's left in the cash envelopes and what we need to stuff for today. So I'm gonna put the cash envelopes out of the way and the tabs out of the way, and let's go through transactions first. So I have been working on no spend days this month. My goal was to have 10. So to add to what I've already done, I'm gonna add the 14th and the 15th. So I am at my 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got my 10 in, but I'm going to continue to work on those so that I can stay on my budget and continue with no spend. So the first thing I'm going to do is mark my no spend days. I am using a sticker from my shop, Pretty Productive. I'm going to add the 14th and the 15th. Now we did have flooring installed this week, so my hands are trashed, and my shop is in a disarray. I have to pull it back together. So I've been working on orders, trying to get caught up, which is a great thing. It's just I didn't realize it was going to be quite so much that we were going to have to do. So all good. And then for my, so we've marked those. And then for groceries, I had 2 different grocery trips this week. So my intent was to be able to kind of work around not having a kitchen this week. So I got food that we could put on the barbecue, but what I wasn't planning on is the fact that we literally could not even reach the kitchen. So in putting in the floors, they had to level the floor. So basically they put a level of concrete throughout the house. So we couldn't walk on those areas. So part of the week we had to walk outside to get to the other side of the house. And then the other part of the week, we just couldn't even go over there. So we ate out a lot more than I had anticipated. But now we have the kitchen back together. We should be able to eat the rest of the food that I had purchased. So on Sunday the 13th, I went to Walmart and I spent everything that was in my tab, which was $125. And then on the 12th, I went to Home Depot and I spent $23. So what I bought was a mop and some cleaning things. And I had a little bit of grocery money left from the week before that I spent there. So those were my only 2 transactions out of grocery. I'll mark this off. And then eating out is where I didn't go over, but only because I used my allowance today. So, for eating out, on the 12th, I took my daughter to Cafe Rio, and that was $18. On the 16th, went to Bambino's, kind of a little local place here. And that was $25. On the 17th, I went to Sonic, and that was $13. And I went to Subway, and that was 10. So I think when we look at my tab for eating out, I think there's $1 left in there. Not a great nutritional week by any means, but it is what it is. Okay, so for giving, I did do the $100 for church, and then I'll do $100. I think I'm gonna go on Sunday this week instead of Saturday like I like to go. So the date for that will be the 20th. That one away. And then for my allowance, I hadn't spent any of the money, and then today I went to go grab lunch for the 2 gentlemen that have been here working all week long. They have worked so hard. So I told them I was gonna go pick up lunch for them. I went to a restaurant called Mistecca. When I got there, I realized I had 0 money left in my eating out, so I used my allowance. So I'm gonna put that in here. Probably should have checked that before I left, but it was fine. I was already there. Thankfully, I had my allowance with me. So, and that was today, which is the 18th. I am doing my check-in today on the 18th because I need to go get some birthday gifts and some food for a birthday party we're going to tomorrow night. So I figured I would do it now, and they're gonna be back here tomorrow working, and it's super loud when they're here, so I would not be able to film. And then for household, I had 2 expenses for household. I literally cannot fit them on that day. I guess I can. So I went to Target on the 12th, and I bought things for the bathroom. So with this one, let me see, do I even have household? No. With this one, I had 60 left in this fund that wasn't accounted for already. And then I had saved some birthday gift cards for Target, and I used those. Let's put them up on both. That was a very expensive day on the 12th. And then I had the house cleaned on the 13th. Which in hindsight probably would have been better to wait, but she did help me like get things like picked up and stored and everything to get ready for the guys to be here. And then entertainment, I have not spent any money. Personal care, I have not spent. Craft supplies, I spent everything week 2, so I have nothing left in that one. Medical copay is done. Fixed expenses. So a lot of my fixed expenses come in during week 3. And so these have all been paid now. So my electric, which was $361, my water bill, which was $153. My phone bill, which was $45. And then on my subscriptions, which are the ones that get billed to my Capital One, I have Elements come out. And that is $70. Okay, so Elements was the 15th. And then UPS and City of Phoenix came out on the 16th. And CenturyLink came out on the 15th. So every bill except for my water and my electric are auto pay. I don't even have to do anything. those two I like to see what they're going to be, even though the money's in the account because I budgeted. I usually budget high. I just like to have a handle on what's going to pull out and what day it's going to pull out. So those are the only two I don't have on like a direct bill. Okay, those are all done. Spending there. Okay, so my variable income, which I'm kind of tracking this month, and if you weren't here in the prior videos, I don't have my Etsy shop in here at all. So my variable income is Macari, and it is some money that I'm pulling out from a savings account that I found, a health savings account. So for this month or this week, I only did $20. I haven't really done anything with Macari this week or the medical spending account just because everything is just in a disarray. So I did end up selling something and I had to go search in my garage to find the item because I had luckily packaged everything together that was listed, so I knew where to look, but it just finding tape and everything else has been a little bit of a challenge. But I did sell that and I did ship that, so that money is now in my account. And then I already included the 90. Yeah. Okay, so gifts. I haven't done anything with gifts, but today I am going to. So in my sinking fund for gifts, I have already marked the $100 for my niece's gift card, the $115 for my daughter's pedicure, my neighbor's gift, and then today I need to get my niece's little girl's gift and my husband's gift. And then that should pretty much finish out the $627 that I had in sinking funds for gifts this month. Obviously, I'm not moving anything over. And then I have my other daughter's birthday the first part of October, and I already have her birthday list, so I'll probably start shopping for her. But I don't think any of that money is going to get to move over, unfortunately. Okay, so those are all accounted for. And then my home reno. So I have, I should have gone back there. For this sinking fund right here, I have 1,051 and I put that as home reno. And those are things that are above and beyond the flooring and the countertops, things like that. That's for things that I want to do to either decorate or for my shop. So I ended up spending $45, let me see here, where to put this. Spent $45 at Walmart getting containers. Spent $78 at Home Depot for paint. We decided to go ahead and touch up the paint while we were having the house torn apart. So I went and bought more paint and primer, things like that. And then I bought 2 rolling racks from Costco, actually Sam's Club, it really was, for my shop to put my printers and my machines on. So those are gonna be delivered next week. So I did spend 3 things out of that account. So I spent 78 plus 45 plus 128. I spent 251 so far. Now my husband did pay for the racks and I'm trying to pay him back and he's like, don't worry about it, but I'm gonna go ahead and figure out a way to pay him back for that. And then these 2 I did already take out of the account, so. If you Venmo him money, he just Venmos it back or declines it, so he's really picky about that. Okay, so those are all of my transactions for last week. I am really liking this system a lot. I had to kind of change things up. I wasn't being really good on and intentional with my budget, so I had to change things around to kind of get myself back on track. So the system is working well for me. So in my tabs that I keep in my wallet for allowance, I have $7 left. That's my receipt for lunch. It was very pricey for breakfast burritos. Under eating out, I have $1 whole. And under groceries, I have nothing. And then this is my random acts of kindness. I have not found anyone yet to give that to, so there's $8 in there. And then giving is empty, but I do have it in my envelope for tomorrow or Sunday. And then household, I did take out because I've spent the money that I can spend for household, the $60. So I'm gonna take that out and put that back into my envelope. Okay, so let's go back to here. Okay, so for groceries, I spent $125 plus, it was 23, yeah, 23. Sometimes this Face ID. So I started the week with 352 minus 125 minus 23. So I'm starting the week, let me get this in frame, sorry. This is why I have to use erasable pens. Okay, so I'm starting week 4 with 204. So let's see what's inside. I may have commingled a little bit of my allowance from the week before in there. So groceries and groceries. Okay. So for this week, I'm going to add 140 and then my backup envelope. Okay, I commingled. So I have 260. Oh Lord. Let's see, 352, yep. I mean, I'm not mad about having extra money left, but I don't think I should have extra money left. So I started with put this to the side for a minute. So Sam's Club, let's see, Walmart was 124 the first week. This week was 75 at Sam's Club, plus Safeway at 41, plus fries at 8, 124, that's right. And then this week was 23 plus 125. 125 plus 23 is 148. So 352 minus 148, that's 204. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take the 60 and put it aside, try to figure out where that belongs. I'll put $100 in for this week because I just need to go buy a few things. My husband's gonna be traveling, so my grocery bill is gonna go way down because it will just be me. And then $100 will go in here for groceries. And that will be for week 5. This one to the side. Okay. Let's see if we have any other surprises here. So for eating out, I spent this week, I felt like it was a lot, so 18 plus 25 plus 13 plus 10. 66. Seems like a lot. 131 minus 66 is 65. 65. I have $1 left in here. And then in, let's see here. I think this is another one that it's going to be off. Maybe this system isn't as good as I thought it was going to be. So I have 50 left for this week. So I'm going to put 50 under my tab, and I had $1 left. And then for week 5, I also have 50. Okay, so I started with $250, which was $50 a week, minus 4, minus 41, minus 10, minus 25, minus 21, minus 25. This is why I should figure this out before I get on camera, so you guys don't have to watch me struggle, but this is real world. This is what happens when you budget. It's 10 minus 25 minus 3 minus 18 minus 25 15 minus 10. Should have 101. Okay, it's right. I just made a math error somewhere in here. So I had 250 minus 119, 131. Okay, it's right. Okay, good. One's right. I'm gonna put that envelope to the side. I'm gonna put this into the envelope for next week. And I already put 50 under here. Okay. Whew, that was stressful. Okay, I think I put too much here. So it's just 4 plus 41 plus 10 plus 25 plus 3. Yeah, it should be 101, not 119. So 250 minus 101, 149. Minus 66, 149 minus. Okay, I still got an error. I think I'm counting something twice, but we're gonna leave it. It's 101. That should be the right number. We're gonna go with it. Okay. Here we go. I flopped over any out and allowance. Okay, so for allowance, I had 200, I spent 69, left me with 131. Oh, that's right. 131, I spent 35 this week. 21 minus 35, do with 96. And I have 40. Okay, so so under my allowance tab, I have 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna add 40. And then I still have 40 for next week. Find allowance. That still does not seem right, but we're gonna go with it. I can't figure it out anymore. Okay. So for household, I spent last week 120 and 60, so 180, and that leaves me with 120. 120, that should be what's left in the envelope. $20, $40, $60, $80, $120. Yep. Kind of wondering if I spent money out of my allowance that I didn't track, which could possibly be. Okay, so household works out. It's good that one does. So I think, see, I really have 85. Let's see. 41, 2, 47. I really have 87. Okay, and then personal care, I haven't spent anything, so I should still have my $100 left. So, not that I want to doubt anything anymore, because, you know, this is going today. Okay, so 20, 40, 45, 50, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 5, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Okay. So one envelope is perfectly right. Over there. And then entertainment, I still have the 50. I haven't spent anything. Even though I really wanted to spend it on stickers, I decided to be good. Random act of kindness, I haven't spent anything, so there's 40. Craft supplies, I have nothing left. And then unbudgeted, I don't have anything. Okay, and then for gifts, I still have the 115 in here. That's for my daughter's pedicure. 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 15. Okay, so that one's still there, intact. And then last week when I did my check-in video, I got very confused on tithing because I had more money than I thought I should. But I realized that the first week of the month I had used from August instead of this one. So I had $500 in this. I had spent the first 2 weeks, really week 1 and week 2, right? So this is week 3. This will be for today. No, it's right. My God, for the love. Okay, so I'm gonna put week 4 and week 5 back in here. I don't know why I thought it was wrong last week. I'm gonna take 100 and put it under my tab here for this week. So for giving, I had 400, I spent 100, that gave me 300. Went into this week with 300, spending 100. Tomorrow, so that leaves me with 200. I used the same category. That's, I think, what confused me. And then 200 comes down here, and 40. Okay, we're good. Wow. Alrighty then. So put this back in here. I do need to go shopping today. And then that leaves me for the month for 2 weeks basically. $240 in groceries, $65 in eating out, which is going to be tough. $87 for my allowance, household at $120, that will be cleaning at the end of the month. Personal care with $100, entertainment at $50, giving for tithe $200, random act of kindness $40, nothing for crafts and nothing for unbudgeted. Okay, so just to note some questions I've been getting. What you don't see in our budget is gas for cars, because I have a company car and then my husband pays for his own gas out of his income. So I know it's really weird, people think it's strange, but he retired from the PD, and then we were planning to budget for that, and we've been like literally living on that kind of a budget for the last 2 years to prepare for the retirement. And then he went back to work. So our agreement when he went back to work was he could buy a car for cash, and that he could save his income and we would live off the retirement, because I don't know how long he's going to stay at this job, if he really likes it, and I didn't want him to feel like he had to stay, because financially we're fine. But his second job, which has enabled him to save, is what's paying for all of the renovations we're doing on our house. Countertops, flooring, things like that. So we've been saving for a couple of years to redo flooring and stuff like that, but this just helped us to do more than what we had planned for. He is an amazing saver. He spends very, very little money. So I'm thankful, because I'm a spender, so I would have spent it. So just, that's a question that's come up a couple times. I just want to say it. I have a company car, so I don't have a car payment. He paid cash for his car. And then we have a 1998 truck that's been paid off. So we have not had a car payment for, I think, probably 20 years. We've always tried to pay cash for our cars. And if we did have a payment, we paid it off really fast. So we really don't like car payments. So, and both of my daughters are done with school. We cash flowed college education, cash flowed a wedding. So we just budgeted that in as part of our get out of debt snowball, so that we didn't have bills going into it. So just a couple of things that came up that were questions. I just wanted to answer them. So thank you so much for watching them. I hope you are doing well on your budget and your financial journey. And thank you so much for joining me on mine. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.